Braces, Falcons, and Cuban cigars. What do they all have in common? Well, no matter where you live, all of these items are considered status symbols. Now, status symbols are things people buy to show off their wealth or social status. Whether it's a luxury car, designer clothes, or the latest tech gadgets, people often spend big bucks to signal to the world that they're doing well. But owning these flashy items might actually be keeping you from achieving real financial success. Why? Because status symbols come with hidden costs. It's not just the initial price tag, it's the ongoing expenses that can drain your wallet. Maintenance, upgrades, insurance, and keeping up with the latest trends, it all adds up. The truth is, buying these items won't help you build wealth. In fact, it can do the exact opposite by increasing your expenses, eating into your savings, and slowing down your path to financial freedom. In this video, we'll be discussing 6 status symbols that can keep you poor. We'll also discuss how these purchases might seem like a good idea, but are actually holding you back from reaching your financial goals. But before we move forward, if you're new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you won't miss out on the valuable insights we share in our future videos. Alright, first up on the list of status symbols that can keep you poor is the latest technology. We live in a world where being connected 24/7 is the norm, and people often judge others by the devices they own. Let's be real, rocking an old phone might make someone think you're out of touch, while flaunting the newest iPhone seems to say, hey, I'm doing well. But here's the truth. Apple's products, while flashy, usually cost way more than their competitors. And yet, people still line up every time a new one drops, even when the changes are barely noticeable. Sound familiar? And it's not just about having a phone. Most people also own multiple gadgets. A laptop, a computer, a tablet, maybe even a smartwatch. But having all these devices won't actually get you closer to your financial goals. In fact, it might slow you down. These purchases eat into your savings, leaving less money to invest in things that can truly build wealth. The next time you feel that urge to upgrade just because a new version is out, ask yourself, do I really need this? Or am I just trying to keep up? We'll discuss deeper into how these habits can sabotage your financial future later on in the video. So stick around. Next up, another status symbol that's even more costly than tech is wine. Like technology, wine has also been used as a status symbol for centuries. In ancient Greece, drinking wine was a way to show off wealth, and that trend hasn't really gone away. Today, in certain circles, knowing about or drinking expensive foreign wines can give the impression that you're part of a high-class group. But here's something to think about. Just because a bottle of wine is pricey doesn't mean it's actually any better. In fact, there's a good chance it's all in your head. Studies have shown that when people are told a wine is expensive, they tend to rate it as tasting better, even if it's not. On the flip side, when they're told a high-priced wine is actually cheap, their opinion doesn't change much. What does that tell you? Most of the time, the price of wine is more about psychological games than actual quality. So, whether you're paying a few dollars or a few thousand, you're still drinking the same thing, grape juice that's been left to spoil for a while. Before you spend a fortune trying to impress others with a fancy bottle, ask yourself, is this really helping me achieve my financial goals? Or am I just trying to look high class? We're going to talk more about how these habits affect your wallet later, so stick around for that. The next status symbol that can quietly drain your finances is vehicles. There's a common myth floating around that wealthy people always drive brand new luxury cars and upgrade them every few years. While some do, the majority of the truly wealthy take a much more practical approach. Instead of splurging on flashy cars, many of them buy reliable used vehicles that last a long time. Warren Buffett, one of the richest people on the planet, still drives a 2014 Cadillac XTS. And when Jeff Bezos made his first billion, guess what he was driving? An old Honda Accord. The truth is, the rich often understand something that many people don't. Vehicles are not an investment, they're liabilities. A brand new car loses value the moment you drive it off the lot. Sure, it might look nice and turn heads, but it's not doing anything to build your wealth. At the end of the day, both new and used cars serve the same purpose. They get you safely from point A to point B. So why waste money on something that will only depreciate over time? Now, let's talk about another status symbol that can quietly eat away at your financial future. Art. Just like luxury cars and tech gadgets, rare pieces of art are often seen as a way to showcase wealth. People who own one-of-a-kind, unique, or limited edition artwork are often viewed as affluent. And let's be real, most art collectors aren't just buying art because they like how it looks. They're on the hunt for masterpieces by well-known artists with high price tags, not just for the sake of having them, but because it gives them social status. Owning these rare pieces signals to others, I've got money. In some circles, having expensive art can even open doors. You might get invited to exclusive events or gain entry into a certain social club, all because of the price tag on what's hanging on your wall. It's a way to fit in or climb the social ladder. But let's take a step back here. Does spending a fortune on art really define who you are or where you're going in life? Not at all. So, before you drop serious cash on a piece just to impress others, ask yourself, is this really helping me build wealth? Or am I just buying into the hype? We're going to talk more about how these choices can impact your long-term financial goals later on. So stay with us till the end. Next up, into another status symbol that may seem harmless, but can cost you big time. This status symbol that might surprise you. Coffee. Yes, you heard that right. Did you ever think that sipping a cup of coffee could be a sign of wealth? Well, in corporate America, it's not just about the drink, it's about what it represents. For many workers, coffee has become a different kind of status symbol. Instead of flaunting wealth, it sends a message that you're busy, working long hours, and maybe even a little sleep deprived. In other words, it says, I'm important. In fact, new research from Harvard shows that being time poor is the latest status symbol. Think about it. How often do people brag about being busy, having no time for themselves, and constantly being in demand? It's become a way to show that you're vital to your employer or team. But here's the downside. Those same people are usually the ones who are overwhelmed, overworked, and stressed out. They're running on caffeine, and it's taking a toll not just on their wallets, but on their health, relationships, and overall well-being. Here's a reality check. If you find yourself constantly reaching for that coffee cup to keep up, it might be time to ask yourself, am I paying the price for success with my health and happiness? We'll get into more about how this mindset can hurt your financial and personal goals later in the video, so watch this video till the end. Moving forward, our final status symbol is even more surprising than coffee. Don't miss it. And now, let's talk about the ultimate status symbol for many people, your home. For most Americans, owning a home is seen as the pinnacle of success. It's a way to show the world that you've made it, that you've worked hard, and that you've achieved the so-called American dream. But here's what a lot of homeowners overlook. Your home is often your biggest monthly expense and your largest liability. And we're not just talking about the mortgage. When you add up the constant repairs, maintenance, and other costs, your house starts to eat up a significant chunk of your time and money. Think about it. Housing is most people's top expense, but it's also where you can save the most. By cutting just a small percentage off your housing costs, you free up a lot more money that can go toward things that actually matter to you. Whether that's investing, saving, or even just enjoying life a bit more. And here's the main thing. Status symbols aren't just limited to the ones we've covered, or even to physical objects. They can be things like club memberships, expensive vacations, or even college education. These lifestyle choices are often just ways to impress others, but at what cost? Too many people spend money they don't have on things they don't really want, all to impress people they don't even like. So that were the 6 status symbols that might be quietly keeping you poor. It's easy to get caught up in trying to impress others, but the truth is, real wealth comes from smart decisions, not flashy purchases. By focusing on what truly matters and cutting back on these costly habits, you'll be one step closer to financial freedom. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And before you go, Make sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon so you don't miss any of our future content packed with valuable insights to help you grow your wealth. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.